The informal justice system, from our learnings and our assessment, actually brought a few learnings for us to understand that it is not just about the traditional court system, but we actually realize that women and girls actually depend upon the family institution, as it is comprised of wanatete, wanasekuru, the aunts, the uncles. They also rely on the community setup and stakeholders that are within the community setup.
COVID-19 has amplified this pervasive and complicated nature of sexual gender-based violence. Again, we have heard the statistics and the increases in the rise and the number of cases around gender-based violence generally.
Kuda is research interest around sexual violence, and she brought in that dimension where we are looking at the law and where it meets with society, and looking at what the law says and perhaps some of the gaps in what society does.
For us, the central concern was understanding how women, particularly because they are in many ways the victims or survivors of gender-based violence in most instances, but also men who suffer from gender-based violence also. How do they experience the formal justice system?
So what were the key highlights? What were some of the key interesting emerging issues that came out of the study that you were leading, Manase?
Where do you report first, for example, when you suffer sexual-based violence? So there is a referral pathway system that we have in the communities, but you will find that there are still problems in terms of where do you go first? Do you go to the police or do you go to the hospital? So we came across places where people would go to the police first, then they will be told, no, go to the hospital first and get access to healthcare. But in some instances, they will be told, no, go to the police first and get a letter from the police.
So before one reports a case to the police, before one reports a case to the formal authorities, they first of all discuss it within the institution of the family. So these court systems or the informal justice system is very much deeply embedded with communities. People first of all go to these communities, but there are certain problematics. Perhaps if I'm to use two words, I'll say that it's complex, I'll say that it's intricate.
There are specific issues that if you report, what are the implications for you, right? With the family, with the community that you are within, that you're living within. So there are all these costs that we also need to grapple with in terms of understanding how people make the choice to actually say, I'm going to the informal versus the formal.
You do not rock the boat. So for many married women, for example, they always feel that it's better to report to an aunt so that whatever issue does not jeopardize the marriage. You find that within communities, marriages are privileged, or rather they are glorified. Issues are seen from the perspectives or from the eyes of men rather than women. So you end up, in some cases, compensating a man rather than for a violation that a woman has suffered.
For me, the issues that continue to stick out, issues around patriarchy itself. This could be at the very local level, but also you typically then even find this within the justice delivery system itself. It's still very patriarchal, and quite a lot, I think, even of the stereotyping. You also find this trickling right across the whole value chain, if you can put it across that way. And we have a big issue to deal with right there.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. We appreciate the invitation. We are here to launch together this very, very important piece of work, which will help us. We recognize, the various roles which are played by various stakeholders, so that we are able to deliver justice to victims or survivors.